Wow, terrible show tonight. Horrendous, just it's unbelievable. Hate this garbage. This this shit this shit tonight. This isn't the company I've been watching for how many years? What is it like? Yeah, I've been watching WWE since 1992. It's more like how many 33 years, and it just becoming garbage. From the Godfather Soul Doom Slim, name my topic tonight is called Boring, Blah, and Bedlam in Bakersfield, California tonight. Is Money in the Bank going to be worth watching tomorrow evening? And is WWE finished? So much I say tonight. Before I do, I'm going to open up the show with a little bit of music. I'll open the show with this this little with what iconic with what happened, a little pop culture that happened on this day in 1985, June the 6th. MTV aired part 2 of the music video Goonies Are Good Enough. WWE part 2 of the WWE WWF music video Goonies Are Good Enough part 2, and by Cyndi Lauper on this hour on the day before the theatrical release of the Goonies, June the 7th, 1985. So stick around. Right back. I'm gonna get break down my review for all of you. So stick around. Right back. So give all you my review. Just hold on. I'll be right back. Let me get started. Get the music started. Hold on 1 second.
Oh shit.
Bad show tonight.
What happened?
Smackdown.
Oh really?
The
Wow. I got you another fan coming too.
is it big? Is it big or small?
It's probably a little bit bigger than that one.
What color is it? Black. Thank you. Mwah, 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 mwah. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Yep. That was part 2 of the music video that aired on the WWE music video that aired just days after, the day before the theatrical release of the Goonies, June 7, 1985. That was on MTV, part 2, June the 6th. That was June 6, 1985. On this day, the WWE music video Goonies Are Good Enough, Cyndi Lauper, MTV. All you just heard. So let's go to my topic tonight. There's a terrible show tonight. Boring, blah, Bedlham in Bakersfield. Is Money in the Bank 2025 going to be worth watching tomorrow evening? And is WWE finished? So much I have to say. Let's get down to tonight's show. So we're getting out to see tonight's show. Everyone's time. By the way, there's some news all you got here. Actress Julie Riley, best known as Claire Lynch in TNA, has passed away. And WWE Hall of Famer and the Nature Boy Ric Flair has been diagnosed with skin cancer a second time. It's been announced. Okay, let's go to this tonight's terrible show. And I just heard again. I also hear there's something else. You just heard Mike Tenay reportedly discussed Worlds Collide. WWE Worlds Collide, that is. All right, so let's go down tonight's show. Okay, Smackdown, Friday Night Smackdown kicks off with clips of fans outside of the arena. You see Cody Rhodes arriving in the arena, and then camera cuts to Rhea Ripley walking backstage. She is followed by Alexa Bliss walking down the stairs, with Stephanie Becker walking into the arena. The camera cuts to Naomi and Julia and Roxanne Perez all backstage. Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Bloodline Live in the arena, Seth Rollins leading Paul Heyman, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are walking towards the ring with Seth's Burn It Down playing. Seth extends his hand and Heyman hands him the microphone. A loud CM Punk chant from the crowd, and Seth introduces himself. He points to the briefcase in the air and says that tomorrow night he will take everything. He says when he wins Money in the Bank contract, he will have a total control of the industry. The fans chant OTC, and Seth doesn't think he can overhear them. He's on the irrelevancy where they put him after WrestleMania. Rollins says that absolute power and total control does not extend to Raw, but Smackdown as well, and they have come here to deliver a message. He says anyone who stands in their way will suffer the same fate as anyone who has already stood in their way. Sami Zayn stood in their way, he's in the dirty. CM Punk stood in their way, poof, gone. Roman Reigns stood in their way, and he's missing in action. He says Roman is not coming to save them. He doesn't care about them. He has never cared about them, but he has cared about them. Who does Seth Rollins thinks he is? He says he will not drag them all kicking and screaming into the future if he has to. Not just for him, but for the entire industry, and there is no one that can stop him. Please, Seth, it's not always about you. It's not always about you, asshole. It's 2024. It's 2025, not fucking 2014. Solo's music hits and out he comes with Jacob Fatu and JC Mateo. They all get in the ring and all 6 men are face to face. Solo tells Seth that he had said if anyone gets in their way, he is going to lay them out and no one can stop them. Seth tells him that that is right. Solo tells Seth that they are standing there right now. Seth takes a step forward and Solo asks Braun if he's supposed to be the right hand man Jey Uso. He walks towards Reed and asks if he is supposed to be the honorary Uso. Sami Zayn. After all they've gone through at War Games, Reed aligns himself. He tells Seth that he has a wise man that looks at Heyman and tells him long time no see. Seth tells Solo to choose his next words very carefully. Solo cuts to the chase. Tomorrow night he's coming the ladder and grabbing the contract. All in that power taken in control that Seth was talking about and will be his. Solo says this is Solo's turf. He feels threatened. He tells Solo that Braun's the future of the industry. Solo is not. He says Reed can squeeze Solo like a bug in a snap of his fingers. He tells Solo he would be threatened, but he would be worried that his own family would rather stab him in the back than have his back. Seth asks Jacob what is up. He looks like he wants to say something. He tells Fatu to take the microphone, but Solo tells him to shut up. He calls Fatu the Samoan werewolf, but he can be Solo's bitch. Rollins laughs and he tells Solo it took a lot of courage and guts to walk out and talk to him the way they did. Seth tells Solo he's a little threatened, but a little bit, but one Fatu in the ring, but it's not Solo, and Seth looks at Fatu. Solo takes his jacket off and steps Braun. Fatu steps up as he and Braun are face to face. Seth steps in front of Braun and is face to face with Fatu. Solo grabs Braun and tells him to leave. Everyone begins to leave, but Fatu and Braun are face to face in the ring until Braun slowly walks away and Seth's music hits. Seth and Braun leave the ring and out comes Jimmy Uso, who attacks the Bloodline from behind. Man. Then we'll go to commercial break. Jimmy Uso versus JC Mateo with Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Back from the commercial, and the match is already underway. Jimmy with right hands in the corner followed by a kick to the side of the head. Jimmy climbs to the top rope and lands a crossbody. Goes for cover, but JC kicks out. Jimmy with a chin lock, but JC throws him to the ropes and he lands on a suplex. JC with a chin lock and he throws Jimmy to the ropes. hitting him with a right hand. JC with a chop to the chest. He goes for a clothesline, but Jimmy moves out of the way, and JC goes over the top rope and onto the outside. Jimmy with a suicide dive through the ropes, taking JC down. He grabs JC and throws him back in the ring. Jimmy climbs to the top rope but is distracted by Solo Sikoa, and JC lands a drop kick on Jimmy, falls to the outside. Back from the commercial, JC's with a standing moonsault inside the ring. Jimmy gets up to his feet. JC runs toward him, but Jimmy with a Samoan drop. Jimmy get with right hands and an uppercut. Jimmy with a chop to chest to the chest, and he climbs to the top rope and he lands a whisper in the wind. He goes for the cover, but JC kicks out. Jimmy runs towards JC, but JC catches him and spins him and slams him onto the mat. He goes for the cover, but Jimmy kicks out. JC goes for a splash with Jimmy with a super kick. Jimmy goes to the top ropes and lands on a spear. Jimmy climbs to the top rope and gets Solo on the ring apron. Distracting the referee, Fatu gets in on the ring apron and Jimmy gets down and is face to face with him. Jimmy goes for a splash from behind. Jimmy moves out of the way and JC knocks Fatu down. Jimmy rolls JC up and gets the pin. Winner Jimmy Uso. JC and Fatu argue with Fatu walking back. JC tells Fatu that Fatu is probably not him. We cut to the back and see Zelina Vega walking in. She walks into Julia. She tells Julia that she has worked her ass off to get to the women's U.S. Championship. If she wants a title shot for the title, she will have to take it from her dead body. Julia tells Zelina she likes her, and Zelina walks away. Chelsea's music hits, pain in the ass, in the arena, and Piper Niven with a Secret Harvest album Fire. Yeah. Then we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Damon Priest stops Jacob Fatu, tells Fatu that Fatu is going through. He has been there, but regardless of his situation, he wants Fatu to know that at some point he is coming for the U.S. Championship. And Fatu tells him that if Priest doesn't care of business, he will go back out of the line, just like the rest of the suckers. Then we see a Bakersfield brawl. Piper Niven with the Secret Harvest versus Zelina Vega. The bell rings and run away. Collar and elbow tie up, but Niven pushes Zelina down. Zelina to the outside of the ring, and she grabs a kendo stick. Niven goes to grab Zelina, but Zelina hits her with a kendo stick. Zelina gets into the ring, but Niven hit with a headbutt. Niven lifts Zelina up, but Zelina lands on her feet. She grabs the kendo stick and hits Niven with it. Zelina with the double knees, she goes to cover, but Niven kicks out and rolls to the outside of the ring. Zelina on the ring apron, she stomps onto Niven on the outside of the ring. Zelina gets on the ring steps and jumps on for Hurricanrana. Niven catches her. Yeah, Zelina gets on the ring and steps and jumps, goes for Hurricanrana. Niven catches her, lifts her up, and slams her face first onto the ring apron. Niven backs up and lands a crossbody onto Vega. And then we go to commercial break. Back from the break, Niven is wraps in a steel chain across Vega's mouth, and she knees Vega in the back. Zelina slams face first onto the bottom turnbuckle. Niven places a steel chair in the middle of the ring. She grabs Zelina, but Zelina counters it and hits Niven with a DDT onto the steel chair. Niven rolls to the outside and Zelina goes for the cover. Zelina climbs to the second rope and lands a moonsault onto the Secret Harvest. She throws Niven back into the ring and climbs to the top rope, but Niven with a right hand. Niven climbs to the second rope, but Zelina with right hands. Zelina lands on a cold red off the top rope. She goes for the cover, but Album Fire, the Secret Harvest, gets in the ring and drags the referee. Chelsea grabs Zelina to the outside and hits her with her right hands. Zelina and Alba slide to the table into the ring, and Zelina slams Zelina on the outside, then throws Zelina back into the ring. With the table placed, the table has two Slim Jim tables imprinted on them. Zelina places Zelina on the table, and we see Julia jump on the barricade and takes the Secret Harvest down. Julia grabs a kendo stick and hits Niven with it. She falls backwards with Zelina powerbombing to the table. Zelina goes for the cover and gets the pin. Winner is Zelina Vega. I'm okay with that. Julia gets in the ring after the match and raises Zelina's hand in the air. She pulls Zelina and hits her with a headbutt and slams her onto the mat. Julia grabs the Women's U.S. Championship and raises it in the air. Well, she wants. Julia wants the Women's U.S. Championship. Well, Julia. Let me tell you something, Julia. Tomorrow, you're gonna be in the you're gonna be in the that's right, you're gonna be in the women's Money in the Bank Money in the Bank match. So how can you challenge her for the title? How could you challenge her for the title if you're going to compete for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match for women's championship? How could you go after Zelina's women's U.S. title if you're competing tomorrow night in the women's championship match contract, women's Money in the Bank ladder match for a women's championship contract? Well, if you lose tomorrow, if you lose tomorrow, then then looks like you're gonna go after Zelina for the women's U.S. title. Now we see this next one. Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes are backstage. Jey tells him he's a little banged up from Monday, but he is no good. In comes Jimmy, and Jimmy asks Jey if he is good. Jey tells him that he is a champion. Now champions answer the call. They just had to worry about Cena and Logan Paul tonight. We cut to a video package promo from Aleister Black. He cuts a promo on LA Knight. He challenges LA Knight to a match, and he says if LA Knight beats him, he will look him in the eyes and shake his hands. Then we go to commercial break. Aleister Black and the Money in the Bank. Out comes LA Knight for his match. He grabs the microphone. He says, "It's that time of year again. Yeah, it's Money in the Bank season. You do a bit of a math. Yeah, this is his third year in a row being Money in the Bank. Third's a charm. Yeah, but he's not satisfied with that because he looks at 5 guys. Penta, we like him. Andrade, we like him a little bit too. But we have El Grande Americano, Gable, and we get a mixed reaction from the crowd. Dummy number 2 is Solo. He tells Solo he can drop him on his head one more time, but he thinks about dummy number 3, Seth Rollins. He says Seth has been here, done that. But what Seth needs to understand is that there is nothing hotter than LA Knight. In LA, yeah. Referring to his character in TNA. He like Drake. Dummy, yeah. Just like that. Good athlete. It's LA Knight. He's the man. He says that before that, there's tonight. He understands why Aleister Black's feelings got hurt, but he got the job done. Got the job done. And if he has a problem with that, he is sorry for him. But he is about to get his feelings hurt one more time. But Black will be on the couch seeing whose game this is. LA Knight, yeah. Lights go out and out comes Aleister Black for the match. Then we go to commercial break. LA Knight versus Aleister Black. Back from commercial, and the match is already underway. LA Knight with a suplex onto Black. He goes for the cover, but Black kicks out. He grabs Black, but Black with his big kick. He runs to the ropes, but LA Knight with a clothesline. He goes for the cover, but Black kicks out. He grabs Black, but Black he grabs Black, but Black with a drawbreaker. Black with a jumping knee to the face. He goes for the cover, but LA Knight kicks out. Black with big kicks in the leg sweep, followed by a sliding knee to the face. Black goes for a springboard moonsault. LA Knight gets to his feet and pushes him to the outside of the ring. Back from commercial, Black with a springboard moonsault. He goes for the cover, but LA Knight kicks out. Black goes for mass. LA Knight ducks it, goes for a BFT. Black ducks it, goes for a clothesline, but LA Knight with a jumping net breaker. LA Knight climbs the second rope and leaps onto the third. He goes for an elbow. Black gets his foot up. LA Knight lands on his feet, lifts Black up. Black lands on his feet. LA Knight rolls him up. Black kicks out. Black rolls to the outside of the ring, and out comes Seth Rollins, who hits LA Knight with a stomp, and the referee calls for the bell. Winner by DQ, LA Knight. Seth goes for another stomp, but Black gets back in the ring. Seth backs away and leaves the ring. Braun Breaker gets in the ring and he hits Black with a spear. Seth gets back into the ring and throws Black to the outside. Reed gets in the ring and lands on the senton onto Knight. Breaker hits LA Knight with a spear. You cut to the two managers, Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis. They will announce the Queen in the Ring tournaments. They'll be in Saudi Arabia at Night of Champions. They also state that the King in the Ring, Saudi Arabia at Night of Champions. They also state that the King and the Queen in the Ring will get a title match against the top champion of their respective brands at SummerSlam. Wow. We cut to Brian Sexton, who is with Jade Cargill. She tells him if it feels to be great in the Queen in the Ring. She is a storm. She can't wait to go through the tournament. And when the dust settles, she'll be the Queen in the Ring. He asks her about Bianca Belair refusing to forgive Naomi, but asks her about Bianca. In comes Charlotte Flair. She tells her that salt and sugar look the same and to choose her friends wisely, or not have all friends. She tells her there's only one queen in WWE. Charlotte, shut up. Tiffany walks in and begins to walking away. Shut up, Charlotte. We see a video from Legado del Fantasma entirely in Spanish. They talk about Worlds Collide tomorrow afternoon. Back in the arena, Brian Sexton was with American Made. Brian asks Gable about Money in the Bank. He says El Grande Americano will climb the briefcase, and at Worlds Collide, El Grande Americano will beat Vikingo, and he will bring the title home. In comes Andrade. He speaks to Gable in Spanish, and Gable keeps telling him, "See." In comes Penta, and he has a laugh with Andrade. They begin to argue, and in comes Nick Aldis. He makes a tag team match between Penta and Andrade against American Made. Tiffany Stratton in the women's Money in the Bank. Out comes Tiffany Stratton to the ring. She gets a loud pout from the fans. She says last year she didn't come to the youngest Money in the Bank. She did it. She became the it girl of WWE, and everyone will try to pull a Tiffany this year. They're all championship material, but it doesn't matter because whoever wins wins their world will revolve around her. She says they win the match, transferred in for a night, but no one could outdo the doer. She asks fans, "What time is it?" And they say it's Tiffany time. Rhea Ripley's music. Now she comes. And Rhea Ripley's on. She's supposed to be on Raw, not SmackDown. Rhea tells her that she has never been a part of Money in the Bank. before, but wait, she's just probably a guest on SmackDown because the Money Bank thing for the women. That's probably why all women superstars from Raw and SmackDown. Yeah, Rhea tells her that she has never been part of Money in the Bank before because she has never had to. She doesn't know what it feels to win a contract like Tiffany, but she doesn't know what it feels like to be a champion, and she misses that feeling. Stephanie Vicaire music hits. Now she comes for the match. She stands in the ring with Tiffany and Rhea, but Alexa music hits. Now she comes. And then we go commercial break. Then we see a 6-women tag team match: Rhea Ripley and Stephanie Vicaire and Alexa Bliss versus Roxanne Perez, Julia, and Naomi. The bell rings to run away. Stephanie and Julia start the match. Stephanie with an arm drag takedown. She rolls Julia up for the cover, but Julia kicks out. Stephanie with a snap mare. She grabs Julia, but she counters the Devil's Kiss and slams Stephanie's face first onto the mat. Naomi's tagged in. She goes for the Devil's Kiss, but Stephanie reverses into a cover, and Naomi kicks out. Stephanie goes for a Devil's Kiss, and four women get in the ring. Stephanie with a Devil's Kiss, and four women get in the ring. Stephanie with a Devil's Kiss, while Rhea and Alexa beat up Roxanne and Julia. Stephanie grabs Naomi, but Naomi trips her and throws her into the corner. Naomi with stomps, and she drags the referee while Julia attacks Stephanie. She tags Perez in the match. Perez with a kick to the face. She goes for the cover, but Stephanie kicks out. Julia is tagged in, and she lands on a suplex. She goes for cover, but Stephanie kicks out. Naomi's tagged in, and she lands onto Stephanie. She goes for a drop kick, back drop. Stephanie lands on her feet, and Alexa is tagged in. Alexa runs through Naomi and takes down Perez and Julia. Naomi to the outside, and Alexa with a cannonball onto her and Julia. Perez grabs Alexa from behind and throws her into the ring steps. Then we go to commercial break. Have a little commercial break. Back from commercial, Naomi and Alexa are in the ring. Naomi grabs Alexa, but Alexa with a DDT. Rhea is tagged in, and is Perez. Rhea with right hands. In comes Julia, and she kicks her down. Rhea with a near fall away slam onto Perez. Naomi onto the ring apron. Rhea with a drop kick. Rhea lifts Perez and powerbombs her. A running knee to the face. She goes for cover, but Naomi breaks it up. In come the other four women, and ends it with Alexa Bliss landing on her sister Abigail and Julia. Perez takes Alexa down. Rhea goes for Riptide, but Perez with a DDT, and both women are down. Perez goes to tag, but Naomi backs away and leaves. Perez turns around, and Alexa with a right hand. Perez with a kick, and Rhea with a Riptide. She goes for cover and gets the pin. Winners, Rhea Ripley and Alexa Bliss and Stephanie Vicaire. We cut backstage, and Solo was with JC Mateo. Solo tells JC that Jacob loves him, and tells him that Fatu is not that smart. He just thinks about himself. He is all gassed and no brains. He tells JC to handle business tomorrow, and they'll walk away. You see Jacob Fatu walk in, and he was overhearing them. Fatu looks very, very pissed, very angry, and with the fans chanting Fatu. Now it's okay match tonight. Rhea Ripley and Alexa Bliss with Stephanie Vicaire getting the win. Not bad. Back from commercial, Wire 6 promo airs. Stephanie Vicaire is she a babyface or heel? I think she's a face, and Julia's the heel. Live at the arena, the entire tag team division is backstage, talking about the Wire 6, Street Profits, and Fraction, and the Motion Machine Guns. All say they want to go after Wire 6, while DIY stand there to cheer them on. Then we see this match here. Penta and Andrade versus American Made with Chad Gable. As American Made walking to the ring. Andrade and Penta with double dives over the top rope onto both men. Andrade throws Brutus into the ring, into the turnbuckle. In comes Julius, and he is thrown into the turnbuckle. Penta is tagged in, and he takes Brutus down. Penta beats up on both men. He throws Brutus to the ropes. Andrade is tagged in, and he takes Julius down. Andrade climbs to the top rope. Julius bumps off Brutus and hits Andrade with a knee to the face. And over the head, belly to belly, black suplex. And Brutus is tagged in. He lands on a standing moonsault. Then we go to commercial break. Back from the commercial, Penta with a cross body off the top rope onto Julius, followed by a Hurricanrana. A backstabber by Penta. He goes for the cover, but Brutus breaks it up. Penta grabs Brutus and throws him to the outside of the ring. Gable gets on the apron and tries to rip Penta's mask off, but the referee doesn't see it. Out comes Vikingo, who jumps to the barricade and grabs Gable as both men fight through the fans. Back in the ring, Penta with a kick onto Julius. Brutus gets in the ring, but Andrade hits him with a spinning back elbow. Andrade with a spinning back elbow onto Julius, and Penta hits him with a Mexican Destroyer. He goes for the cover, gets the pin. Winners Penta and Andrade. That was okay. As they are celebrating, out comes Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed, and Paul, piece of shit Hangman. 4 assholes I see right here. Wait, hold on. Yeah, 4 assholes I'm seeing right here. They surround the ring and they get in the ring. They begin beating up Penta and Andrade when Seth stomping on Penta. Breaker with a spear onto Andrade. Reed slams Penta and lands the senton. Seth with a stomp onto Andrade and Penta. Seth throws Andrade to the outside and Reed with a tsunami onto Penta. Out come WWE officials to break it up. Yeah, you're gonna get yours, Seth. All you're gonna get yours tomorrow night. Back from the commercial. Okay, we're gonna go to commercial break. Back from the commercial, Seth, Braun, and Heyman are still in the ring. Heyman says they don't fear the future because they are the future. He said Seth told everyone before WrestleMania that what the injuries was becoming. Seth told everyone what will happen at WrestleMania, and he did it, and it happened. Seth said he will get Roman out of the way, and they did. Seth says that they would take CM Punk out, and they did. Heyman says everything that Seth tells him is true. Well, I say bullshit. Yeah, he calls Seth the vanguard of the industry. The fans boo, and Heyman tells him they can boo all they want, but Seth will become Mr. Money in the Bank. Hell no, you won't. Well, you won't, you fat walrus. Heyman says when Seth wins, Seth will decide who, what, where, and when. Heyman says Seth will win the title and propel the industry into a vision that he has. Heyman says the greatest honor of his professional life when he says, ladies and gentlemen, the reigning, defending, and we hear wrestling has one more than one royal family. Okay, 11:59 right now, almost midnight. Cody's music hits and out he comes to the ring. Cody gets in the ring and extends his arms, pushing Breaker and Reed back. Seth takes a step forward and Jay's music hits. As Jay is walking through the crowd, Seth drops the microphone along with Heyman, Reed, and Breaker leave the ring. Yeah, go get out of the ring, you fucking cowards. Boom, just hit 12 a.m. Okay, back from the commercial, Cody and Jay are in the ring. Cody's asked them what they want to talk about. Talk about Money in the Bank, the ending with Dome, main event Jey Uso, their opponents, John Cena and Logan Paul. Cody says Cena calls him desperate. Fans chant, "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks." He says seeing Cena standing next to Logan Paul in 2020 is like Michael Hayes standing next to the Hardy Boys. Talking about desperate Cena doing what he did at WrestleMania. After the career he had, Cena says Money in the Bank is a showdown. Jay says it's a yeet down. Cena's music hits, and out comes the fans singing, John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks. Cena gets in the ring and asks for his music to be cut. Cena points to Mike Nash, who introduces Cena, calling him the greatest of all time. As Cena is being introduced, in comes Logan Paul from behind as he hits Jay with the right hand. Cody goes for a crossroads onto Logan Paul, but Cena with a right hand, Cena with a double A on Jay. Logan Paul grabs Cody up and hits him with a power visualizer. Logan climbs up the top rope and lands a frog splash onto Logan. Cena pulls Jay and Logan and lands on a frog splash on Jay. Cena tells him to take a good look. No one is coming to save them. He's been saying this for a half a year. Dream of what the WWE is will be ruined. He says this is their future. He takes the title home. Logan takes the World Championship to the top. Logan Paul raises the World Championship in the air. Cena says this is the last. Cena says the last real champion is the moment maker, the inevitable future of the face. Hold on one second, just sneezed. Right back. Okay, I'm back. Logan Paul raises the World Heavyweight Championship in the air. Cena says last real champion and the moment maker, the inevitable future face of WWE. Cena tells the fans to humble themselves. The future World Heavyweight Champion Logan Paul. The fans boo, and he and Logan raise the two titles in the air. Titles in the air. Cena grabs Cody and throws him into the back of the ring. He hits him with a double A. Logan grabs Jay. Grabs Jay and throws him to the ring. Logan gets in the ring and hits Jay with the right hand. Fans chant, "We want truth." And Cena tells them, "You can't handle the truth. Our truth is right here." Cena says there is nothing anyone can do about it. Cena calls the fans hypocrites for chanting truth, but they are pathetic liars. Whatever, Cena, just shut up. Cena calls them losers and tells them they will take a good look because it's the last time in Bakersfield. It says winners write the history books. He calls Paul the future champion, himself the last real champion. They will raise the championships in the air and the Smackdown goes off the air. Terrible show. Terrible show last night. You know, Cena has lost his mind. He's an idiot. Why in the world would he want some joke, some arrogant social media personality become a future world champion. He must be high or something. Cena need a psychiatrist, man. Big time. They're crazy. This is unbelievable. Terrible show last night. Complete garbage. It's unbelievable. I say today's evening's Money Bank will not be good. Show was just terrible. I mean, Cena must have lost his mind saying Logan Paul be the future world champion. Give me a break. I bet fans gonna be. I bet a lot of people on watch TV gonna be laughing their ass watching this. I mean, Cena's an idiot. See, Cena used to be just a whole lot lower than straight. Now he's turning out to be an idiot and completely nuts. Nut job. He's crazy. Just what is up with him? I say today's Money in the Bank won't be good. It won't be good this evening. I mean tonight. Yeah, 7 p.m. tonight. This is gonna be a ridiculous show tonight. Ridiculous. I really I say if John Cena and Logan Paul win that, I mean that's gonna when it beat Tommorrow and Jay, so that's gonna be the worst tag team matches I ever seen in my life. Hopefully that CM Punk interferes in the Money in the Bank ladder qualifying match and it cost Seth Rollins the Money in the Bank contract, and that'll be payback for what it costing him a match last Monday night on Raw. And who will be the winner? Either hopefully be Penta or either LA Knight. It's the only thing I want to see. Or see who I hope the LA Knight wins to get the money back, because I want to see him put Cena in his place and shut him up, cashing the Money Bank briefcase on him, who has the belt. I mean WWE is finished. I mean, because I bet you WWE. Yeah, I think WWE is finished. I bet you WWE is gonna finish. TKO. Triple H is Triple H is leaving, and CEO step down and all that crap. And I said to myself, I don't know, some of you think I think I shouldn't blame Triple H and stuff like that. I mean, the TKO is not doing a good job. Saying, yeah, I know some of you think I shouldn't blame Triple H because there's Triple H's fault that WWE's going for it's coming down, gonna be in an era, because because he keeps pushing veterans, pushing veterans like Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, Naomi, Nia Jax, and people like and all those other people, and push newcomers like Jade Cargill and all those superstars, Penta, all the clothes that came from AEW. They're gonna fail big time. WWE. So WWE is gonna fail. It's gonna come down the road, just like all those road wrestling promotions. Wrestling promotions like Jim Crockett, like NWA, like WCW, ECW, NWA, Georgia, AWA, Jim Crockett. The only two wrestling promotions still around would be TNA, and TNA, Ring of Honor, AEW, and MLW, who I can say, yeah, NWA, new MWA, yeah. Yeah, NWA Power will still be around. Vince McMahon will be back in power. Probably, well, I know Vince McMahon's already selling TKO anyway. Cause there's some stupid, terrible shit that I'm watching right now. Just terrible shit, terrible last night. Well, that'll do for my review for last night's Smackdown. Now it's time for something I like to do. All you know what it's time for? It's time for one second. All you know what it's time for? It's time for Justin's Times, all the wrestling birthdays, pop culture, etc., all that stuff. All you hear that thing from Back to the Future starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. I can't wait for his 40th anniversary on July the 3rd, 2025, because the movie was released on July 3rd, 1985. Can't wait for his 40th anniversary. I can't wait. So let's go to June the 5th. June the 5th. Pro fight, June the 5th. Okay, May the 5th was a happy happy 53rd birthday. Happy 53rd birthday to Mike Bucci. Okay, May 5th, June the 5th, was it, June last Thursday was a happy 28th birthday to Gigi Dolan. Gigi Dolan. Her name is Priscilla Lee Kelly from WWE. And Mike Bucci. Mike Bucci is better known as ring Simon Dean. He turned 53. I mentioned. And Dan Miller, better known for his wrestling promotions in WWF when it's called the WWE when it's called the WWF Worldwide Wrestling Federation. AWA. And WWE should stand for World's Worst Wrestling Entertainment, by the way. Yeah, Dan Miller, he would have been he would have been 93 last Thursday. He died on June 6, 2016. And Chip Douglas would have from Iowa wrestling promotion called IWA MS. I think it stands for Mississippi. He would have been 40 last Thursday. He died on August 15, 2003. And June 5th, 2025 marked the first anniversary of the passing of Mexican wrestler El Signo, better known, his real name is Antonio Sanchez Rendon. He died. He was born on September 4th, 1954. He died on June 5th of last year. He would have been. He was. He would have been 71 years old last Thursday. And Scott Colton, job wrestler from WWE, was called the World Wrestling Federation. He would have been 74 last Thursday. See in June. See in sports. See. Okay, on June 5th. Okay, June 5th, 1985, Game 4, June 5th, Boston Celtics defeated LA Lakers 105 in Game 4 of the 1985 NBA Finals. Formed Inglewood, California. 17,505. Yeah, let's see. Yep, that's from Game 5. Let's see. What else? See what else. Okay, let's see. Okay, now let's see. See some wrestling history. Okay, on WCW Prime, June 5th, 1995. Okay, June the 5th, 1995. WC Prime, hosted by I think it was going solely in WWE Hall of Famer, American Dream Dusty Rhodes. Hacksaw Jim Duggan defeated Jobber Chris Nelson. I think Stars and Stripes defeated who won? I don't know who won this match. Stars and Stripes versus Lifetime Jim Rogers. I think Paul Orndorff defeated Joey Maz. Sergeant Craig Pittman. I think Bradshaw fought in the countout. Dirty Dixie and Buckhouse defeated Mark Starr and Frankie Lancaster, the Jobbers, I think. And on Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Raw. Yeah, this was there was another unseen match right here. I want to say, Savio Vega defeated Kip Kendall. Savio Vega defeated Kenny Kendall, and Skip with Sonny defeated Barry Horowitz, part of Body Donnas. Owen Hart and David Boyd, British Bulldog David Boy Smith fought in the draw. God rest their souls. Jean-Pierre Lafitte defeated Jerry Flynn. See, try and see what else. June the 5th. Okay, Sunday Night Heat, June 5th, 2005. Tyson Tonko, June 5th, 1995. YouTube's hit single "Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me" from the Batman Forever movie soundtrack was released. Love that song, my favorite child songs. Tyson Tonko defeated Wavell Star. William Regal defeated Sin. Chris Jericho defeated Simon Dean. And Lance Storm defeated Maven. And in 2015 pop culture. Okay, 3 movies released in theaters on June 5th, 1990, June the 5th. Spy, starring Melissa McCarthy, Jason Statham. Rose Byrne, July was released. Insidious Chapter 3, starring Dermot Mulroney, as the third installment of the Insidious horror trilogy, was released. And Love and Mercy, starring John Cusack, Elizabeth Banks, Paul Giamatti, was released. And now let's go to yesterday, June the 6th. Okay. Yesterday was a happy yesterday was a happy 47th birthday to Jessica Crusher, better known as One Dirty Bitch, ODB, from TNA. Okay, Tony Burchin, better known by his ring name Tony Too Tough Tony, turned 51 yesterday. Okay, Drew McIntyre, he turned Scottish whining psychopath, wants to have everything in the silver platter. He turned 40 yesterday. And Jackson Riker, better known as ring Gunner in TNA, better known as ring Gunner in TNA. He turned 43 yesterday. He turned 43 yesterday. He turned 43 yesterday. Yes, sir. Happy birthday all those them. And some wrestling history. June the 6th. Hardcore TV. ECW Hardcore TV. June the 6th. Haxon Myers defeats Tony Stinson, and the Sandman defeats Shane Douglas to retain the ECW World Heavyweight title. And June the 6th, 2005, the WWE draft begun on Monday Night Raw before ECW One Night Stand in St. Louis, Missouri, the hometown of Randy Orton. And John Cena was the first draft on the show. He was the first draft on to appear on Raw. He appeared on Monday Night Raw. He was drafted to Raw, from Smackdown to Raw. And Yeah, and his guest was Chris Jericho was his guest on the highlight reel. Then what happened was Christian talks and Tyson Thompson came out and talked some trash to him. Shelton Benjamin defeated Devary Muhammad in 2-1 handicap match for the Intercontinental Championship. And then it was announced that Stone Cold Steve Austin, everybody should announce that Stone Cold Steve Austin go face to face with Muhammad Hassan Devary in like a little court segment. It was in a 2-on-1 handicap match to retain the Intercontinental title. Chris Masters defeated Val Venus, the Heartthrobs, Antonio Roma, and Victoria defeated Christy Hemme and Rosie and Hurricane by DQ in a six-person mixed tag team match. Chris Benoit defeated Jinx Nix in the ECW rules match. And then we see a little contract signing between Dave Bautista and Triple H. Meet at Vengeance. Yeah, to meet at Vengeance. Meet at Vengeance. Yeah. Then we see ECW invading the show in St. Louis, Missouri. The Dudley Boys and all. And then then we see a little brawl at the end of the show with ECW with the Raw Superstars film with ECW, Paul Heyman, and Eric Bischoff. The show ends. So that'll do it for my review for tonight's this midnight's my review of terrible shitty Smackdown last night. So subscribe to the Godfather Soldiers and Swimming, hit like, make a comment video. It's a late Chin Charles, say like dress up like Chubby Checker, sing like Lemon Tree, dance like James Brown, like again, that hot tub, gonna be sweat, gonna be dry, gonna be wet. Referring to Eddie Murphy doing an impression of James Brown on Saturday Night Live. They do an impression of James Brown. Yeah, Eddie Murphy doing an impression of James Brown on Saturday Night Live back in the 80s. I never grew up in the 80s, I grew up in the 90s. I was born in 88. But I saw reruns of old school Saturday Night Live on Comedy Central when I was little. Some from the 70s and 80s and 90s, mid 90s, late, and stuff like that. So subscribe to me, Godfather Soldier and Slim. Hope all of you good morning. And later on tonight, tonight I'll be doing my review on terrible shitty Money in the Bank. I won't bet you my Money in the Bank 2005 won't be. Bet you this won't be a good show tonight. It won't. Hope all of you enjoy Worlds Collide too as well. So subscribe to me, Godfather, so I'm Jules Slim. Now I'm gonna close out the show for all of you this midnight. Name this song, close out you this #1 hit for singing from R&B singer from 1985 called "Through the Fire" by the legendary R&B lead singer Shaka Khan. So hope all of you good morning. And later on tonight I'll be doing my Money in the Bank Money in the Bank review later tonight. I won't you because I won't bet you it won't be a good show. So hope all of you have a good morning. And here's some song to close out with. It's "Through the Fire" from 1985, sung by R&B legend Shaka Khan. Have a good morning, everybody. Peace.